Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another beautiful trader. Now, I would love to trade with this goblin, but alas, I do not have any emeralds. I only have 24. I only have 24. That's all I got, mate. You want to give me a discount? No? Okay. Well, then get off my island. Anyways, quick little update here. We do have mending, which is great. They are locked in as well. And this guy here I got for the paper trade, which is good. Now, the only problem is I need paper. I need paper big time to kind of, sort of get everything situated. The other thing, too, I appreciate all the kind comments. I love that you guys are loving it. I love that the volume is better. Yes, indeed. I think, hopefully, I've fixed a good portion of that. So thank you for sticking it out and sticking by my side to make sure that all this stuff gets situated. I really do appreciate it quite a bit. So anyways, all of my sugarcane right now is basically going into paper, which is getting turned into emeralds, and we need to be able to produce like so much more of it. It's not even funny how much more we really need to produce. One piece of emerald is not enough to sustain our needs in the slightest. Now, that leads me to a couple other things, and there's so many things that we really need to do, but, at the same time, I kind of just don't want to do some of those. As bad as that sounds. I kind of want to just keep going and doing some funky, cool, crazy stuff. So I did come up with an idea. Well, actually, one of my viewers, this is a Thorian in Discord, came up with this clever and thoughtful idea. And I like it. I like it a lot. So we're probably, seriously, bro, back off. I'm going to mess you up, mate. Don't bug me. Stop following me. Anyways, he came up with a fantastic idea that I definitely want to do. And, it makes perfect sense. Absolutely, it makes perfect sense. Why does it make perfect sense? Let me explain. For us to get more pirates, for us to get more people onto our island, we need a couple of different things. Obviously, we have the capabilities of fish, right? Fish to supply our people. But what do most pirates want above all else? Alcohol. Yes, indeed. We need a brewery and a tavern. Yeah, we need a couple of different things. So, first things first, for those of you that don't know how you prepare this stuff, is we need to build a brewery first, right? And then the brewery can grow crops and make different beers and ciders and things like that to supply the tavern, which is pretty darn cool, right? Now, I don't know if any of that is really... Oh, look at that. Beer. There we go. So, rice, fermented spider eye, and a glass mug. So this is interesting to me. I don't know why the fermented spider eye, to be honest. And rice. I haven't really found rice yet, so I don't know where to find rice. So those are a couple of... Seriously, mate. Why did he come back from the dead? Give me apples, though. I'm okay with that. But yeah, so where, how, all that kind of stuff. Do I not have any apples? Guess not. Where am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? But the other thing, too, which is nice, is it'll be better crop farm than what we're seeing here. Getting some melon infused, all of these things, melon can be made into different flasks and stuff like that, right? Carrots. There's a lot of different things that can be made, right? There's all of the... you can make different types of carrots and different foods out of these things. So this is going to be useful for us in the long run to get things up and running appropriately. So that's what we're going to work on today. We're going to work on a brewery. Now, luckily enough, we have plenty of wood and sticks now to go in and just start building. How great is that? But look at all these sticks that we're getting. That's crazy. That's a lot of sticks. So I'm going to kind of find an area here. I think we'll kind of sort of just go down in here. I've always kind of thought like farm area would be down in the flat here, kind of centralized, and away from the ocean breeze, right? So let me place a few blocks here and get started on things, and then we can kind of go from there, I guess, right? Like baby steps, one block at a time. So one of the things that I've always tried to consider, so we have our pathway coming down, kind of like so, and then I got a little bit of a Y here, right? Things going up there, things going down here, and I always kind of envisioned like your town square being pretty much dead center here, right? So, having the brewery and tavern kind of just off the main square is probably a good idea. So a couple of different things that I first decided to look at is how are we going to get into the building? Well, I've determined that right here, right? Kind of utilizing a lot of the same stuff that we did over at the Fisher's Hut, right? With, we're going with the same style. We got a style, we're sticking to it, right? We got to stick to the style. It's going to be glorious, and we'll do some slight tweaking and stuff like that. Speaking of tweaking, I actually need a little bit of cobblestone, because we definitely need some cobble for this one. But yeah, so we're doing some minor tweaking and things like that to this a little bit, right? And the main reason is just because variety, right? Variety, difference, all that kind of stuff. But one of the main things that I typically start off is the footprint, right? How big do we need this building to be? Now, the way I envision this one is we have the entrance here and the building is mostly off in this general direction. But because we have a bit of a slope here, we need to accommodate, kind of like a, retaining wall, right? And this is where some of the stone or cobble will come into play a little bit more into my builds, into this village, right? So we need, at least some form of retaining wall to more or less hold up the wall, right? So that's where this type of idea comes into play. And that's probably all the cobble. We might need a little bit more here and there, but more or less just a retaining wall, right? And that's going to add dimension and height to different buildings, even though they're not actually any taller than potentially some of the other ones, right? So these are all just little things to keep in mind and consider when you go to build your buildings, is kind of look at the landscape and see what's what, right? See what's going on, see what's happening, right? So like here, we could probably wrap around, maybe we'll just do one just to kind of mask. Maybe we'll do like a stair or something. I'll play around with that a little bit. But yeah, so we'll just kind of just play around here with a bit of a layout. Now, pretty straightforward, but as you can see, we're starting to turn the building. It's going to be an L style of building, very similar to the Fisher's Hut at this point in time. We will vary up the building types and stuff like that, but for a brewery, I kind of think that this is the way to go. You're going to have your little reception area, and then in the back, you're going to have the actual brewing and all of that goes on, right? So just a little thought process there that's going through my head. So what I'm thinking is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm thinking we go here like that. 3, and then this will go in. Yeah, okay. And then that can come back. So this will be where maybe the brewing goes. We might need it bigger than that, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we might need it there. Might need it there. So let's do that. Yeah, we'll need more room there for sure. So that'll be your kegs and stuff like that. The other thing is, if I decide to lop this section off, I could do a basement, right? A basement cellar or something along those lines. But that'll give us the form to kind of let's see where we're at. So it's a little bit of a zigzag, actually, not less of an L. I was originally debating bringing this up the hill, but I don't mind it going this way. I don't mind the underground idea either, where you maybe have a smaller building. Like maybe we just have this small section here, right? Here's our building, but then you have an entryway down into a basement. I think we'll do that actually, now that I think about it. And that also will tie in nicely with why this retaining wall and such also makes sense. So, yeah. Let me play around a little bit more with a couple of different things. And, yeah, we should be pretty much ready to start building here. I'm going to play around. I'm going to get this level done. Just so that we have a confirmed footprint. So I've got a bit of a pretty good start here anyways. I think to the brewery, I think that it's got some structure that's starting to come together anyways. One of the major things that I kind of started doing was, yeah, I went a little bit more heavy with the stone because I was going underground. Once I started opening things up a little bit more, all of a sudden, boom, now you actually have a stone-lined basement, right? Which I think is pretty important. Not gonna lie, right? Like you are underground, you kind of need to have that structure, right? So, for this to truly work, we needed to have a little bit more of a firm base, right? Now, obviously, the staircase right now is kind of sort of floating. We need to improve upon that. And the floor down here, definitely no grass, if you know what I mean. There's no way grass would be down here, so all of this needs to go at least. It wouldn't surprise me if we were still dirt, dirt ground down here, right? But maybe more like a hardened type surface. So I'll have to kind of play around a little bit with, the flooring down here as well. The other thing, too, is obviously we'll have to deal with some lighting at some point in time here. But as you can see, it's pretty darn nice, right? You come on down. I don't really like this grass peeking through here, so we might cover that up. Let's cover it up just with some stairs, kind of like that. Yeah, and we can kind of incorporate that in. There's the same thing. There's other blocks and everything that I want to use, but like wood supports and stuff. You can see a little bit of the palm kind of coming down where you built up that retaining wall for, the kegs for the big brewery stuff down below. But equally, as you can see up here, we've got a little bit of structure. Now, I don't have any fence posts. I guess I can make some, can't I? On me, right? But spruce fence, there we go. But yeah, so reutilizing a lot of the same general concepts as the other place here where possible, right? Just to kind of keep it airy, but secure all at the same time. Up here as well, like I mentioned, I think that we're going to have a bit of a storefront, kind of securing off at least like these 3 blocks here, basically. So that people don't just walk into the brewery area, right? Keep it kind of sort of together a little bit more so. Other than that, it's going very, very well. A lot faster than I thought it would too, which is great because time is of the essence, my friends. We got so much to do. It's crazy. So anyway, so there we go. So we got our windows and such like that in place. I got to figure out something to do with the door. The other thing is I wanted to do a couple of barrels here. So let's do that quickly. Boom, 2 barrels. We'll go like this, boom and boom. And that'll actually look pretty good from the outside too, because there'll be just that little bit of a difference. And it's funny enough, you would be able to actually access them from outside, but they don't need to know that. People don't need to know that. But yeah, just kind of a little bit of storage, right? And we'll need more of that back here as well, now that I'm kind of thinking about it. I love barrels. I think that they look absolutely amazing. for like storefronts and things like that, right? So, yeah, big fan. I think that they look great. Why? There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, good. And we'll just kind of go like that and like that. There we go. So a couple barrels, right? That's where we'll store our, brewed goods, basically. At the brewery, we'll have a bit of, like I mentioned, a table or something here, kind of going across. I'll have a look through the Mr. Crayfishes and see what all is available for something like that. Same thing, we'll throw down our crafting table. I might actually convert this back to a regular crafting table just because it's going to look a little bit better, I think. And then, of course, we're going to need a roof and all that kind of stuff. And down here, we're going to need some goodies, too. Where did that... How? What? No. Stop it. Do not expand it to my basement, please, grass. Please don't. Anyways, so we got to do a little bit of work down here, for sure. Obviously, we need to build the kegs themselves. Now, for those... I actually think, again, barrels could be pretty good, but I think we just need to make our own bigger barrel, right? So we actually need to go with like some spruce and stuff like that. Let's get some of this going as well. It might actually be stripped spruce logs that we need to do, but let me experiment a little bit here first, if you know what I mean. So basically we'd have the spruce like so, coming around like so. Boom, boom. Obviously the back would be there. And then of course in the front. So this would be one of our kegs, right? And then we would need more or less, I'm not going to be able to do the bands in this small scale, which is really too bad. I guess I could put a whole bunch of barrels down to kind of give it a little bit more of a look, but we can't see the side anyways. But we'll see. I might turn these a little bit anyways. We don't need a ton, right? We don't have a ton of villagers or anything like that, so we'll keep it pretty simple for now in terms of a keg. Maybe we'll have to do some redevelopment later on down the road, but yeah, thought process is kind of like that, and boom. It's kind of lame, isn't it? I think these need to be rounded, don't they? We need to put stairs in here. But then, it won't work well for the bottom. But maybe just having it rounded at the top will be enough. And kind of more straight-laced at the bottom. That at least adds a little bit more detail that I like. But, yeah. I'm going to have to keep playing around with these a little bit, I think. Because, yeah, these aren't as easy as just putting down a few blocks and away you go, right? So, I definitely like the stairs better than what I had. But, yeah, maybe we can do a little bit of other stuff here. Yeah, anyways, we got a lot of little things to kind of tweak and get going on here. So, yeah, there's a lot to be done. Okay, that's good, and maybe we can do that. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. What about if we do that? That's not bad. That's not bad. We could probably also bring in these corners here, right? Just to, again, it adds a little bit. We wouldn't really see it. I might actually turn this whole thing to the other side. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I might turn the whole thing in to be underneath the stairs. I don't know if it'll quite fit, though. But, yeah, you kind of get at least kind of sort of what I'm trying to do. Palm log was something I wanted to experiment with as well. And the reason being is it's kind of got like a stripe going through it. So that might give a little bit of a better effect. But yeah, and maybe I do something other than fences down here too, right? Maybe we do like cobblestone wall. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. I got to play around with this a little bit more And then, of course, there'll be another one for sure in this general area as well, right? Just to kind of flex things out a little bit, okay? So yeah, we got a couple of different options, a couple of unique ways to build these. Well, those are going to be tough to place. There we go. Nailed it. Just place extras and break them. It's fine. No big deal. But yeah, so we got a little bit of building to do here, and I'll catch back up with you guys. We'll see what I come up with at the end of the day here. But more than likely, I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible for now, because, yeah, I don't want to go too crazy. Don't want to go too crazy. All right, so far so good. We got definitely a more unique building kind of at the forefront. I'm still not sold on the front portion here. I'll keep playing around with it. This one has a lovely little fireplace in it, and of course we need to finish that off as well, right? So up at the top here, we got ourselves a nice little chimney, right? And like all chimneys, it's pretty straightforward. This is my go-to for most chimney systems and stuff like that. Literally just trap doors all around. I'm pretty sure everybody else does the same thing, but that gives it a nice little feel at the top. I think, anyways. I think some other people do some really, really nice things with it as well, but you know, just one of those little intricate details that I'm trying to incorporate into the build here a little bit. Okay, so yeah, just one of those things. Anyways, as you can see, our roof is starting to finalize a little bit here, which is good. This side here, I don't know how much we're going to do with it. You know, like we got, yeah, you know what I mean? I don't know how much we're going to actually jump into and develop on this side, because it's pretty straightforward for the most part, right? We got a couple of peaks, 3 to be exact. So I think this one's going to be pretty straight. Nothing too crazy. I think what we'll just do is we'll alternate accordingly, as per the top section here, as you can see. So this is kind of interesting. Why is this here? That shouldn't... I don't know what it's going to be. What we'll do is we'll just alternate these, and then we will blend it all in. So anyways, we got at least a decent start for our beautiful little setup here. I'm short a palm. Dang. Okay. Well, that's one of those things. It's one of those things. Okay, we need you. You got to go there. And that can stay, I think. This guy can go there, which will allow us to do this. Yes, good. And then we can go up again. Beautiful. Okay, boom, just like so. And we'll alternate through again. Good. So yeah, again, nothing too crazy here. Not reinventing the wheel by any means or anything like that. But we are just trying to kind of sort of finish off things, right? Finish it off nicely. Make sure that there's no like holes in the roof. Last thing you need is a hole in the roof, right? We are there could be rain. We're on an island after all, right? So yeah, I think for the most part we're doing pretty good here. Let me know what you guys think. I absolutely want to know what you guys think about it and what we're doing so far. Well, that didn't work very well. Now did it? Get me up there. Get me up there. I love scaffolding, by the way. One of the greatest things added to Minecraft in a while. Just going to say it. All right, boom. We'll go like that. We'll go like that. That's good. And then from there, we can cap that like that and up. Beautiful. And then this guy, easy enough, just like so. Awesome. Well, that pretty much wraps up the roof, which is good. I kind of want to do a little bit of nuanced touches here. I kind of don't think that fits anymore. We kind of, we're just more or less playing, right? We're more or less playing with things at this point in time. Now, I did just hit F7 just to see what we're looking at on the roof here. Now, one of the concerns is obviously on the balcony side there. We have a little bit of a lighting situation. But, yeah, for the most part, it's not too bad in terms of... Hey, give me that. Give me that block. Well, we got to build scaffold to get our scaffold. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. We'll see what we can do. Adding a light up at the porch here might solve a decent amount of that. Same with, once we add the lights in here. We'll see what it does for us. A little bit on the interior side of things. This is a plank I think we can get rid of. These are all stairs, so we can't get rid of those. But that's okay. This window, what's going on there? What's going on with this thing? Let's take a look. Nothing. Nothing's going on with it. That's a problem. So we definitely need to have a little something going on here. Boom. And boom. Beautiful. Okay, we'll just close that off. Make it look like a seamless roof. I don't know about you guys, but most people don't have uneven roofs. So we're just going to leave it at that. Okay, cool. I like it. I think this is a nice roomy area that we can do some good things with. So that's really good. I kind of want to change these up, and I kind of want to do that instead, just to give it a little bit of variety, a little bit of a difference. But yeah, so far so good. I like it. I like it quite a bit. And it looks like pretty much with the one torch or one light that we could probably hang from the ceiling right here, we can probably encompass most of the base with adequate lighting. So, yeah, it should be pretty easy to do for us to get this done. Is that attached to that? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Good. All right. Good stuff. I like it. But yeah, lots of good little things. I still haven't decided what to do with the floor down here. As you can see, more grass grew back in. I don't mind the kegs. I do wish that they were a little bit cooler, if you know what I mean. And I haven't really added the support for the stairs here. So let's do that right now. So the support for the stairs would come down like so. And that's a bit of a problem, right? We do not want that to be connecting to the side of the keg. So to fix that, we'll just do a stair instead. Let's just move that for a quick sec, and that. And we'll go like that, and then we'll go like that. What? Oh, it'll still connect, won't it? Well, that's fine. It's no big deal. I'm not going to go and replace it again. But yeah, so we got a couple of little nuanced things to incorporate in here. But yeah, little details, little effects, things like that we can bring into this thing. But you get the gist, right? We got 2 kegs that are ready to start brewing. I think I need some brown terracotta and some coarse gravel for the most part for that. So, there's a few things that I probably want to play around with in regards to that stuff. So, but yeah, other than that, I'm going to play around. I got to get lanterns, and I got to look at some furniture that we can incorporate into this. I think it's a nice little cozy place. I really do. Up here, we'll probably do just like that with a lantern. So I need at least 2 lanterns to kind of sort of complete this guy. And it's a nice little place. It's a good little shack. Nothing too crazy. Lots of good detail. There is still some more effects that we need to bring into it. I'm not loving that, though. I'm really not. I thought I'd like this a little bit more than I actually do. I like the top section, but not this lower section. So, yeah. Maybe we'll leave it like that. Maybe we'll do this. Yeah, we'll do it like that. I think that'll work. I think that'll work good. Let's take a look. That's one of the things, right? Taking a step back, walking around your build, right? Seeing what you like, seeing what you don't like, seeing where, maybe you need to do more. Like this wall's a little bland at the moment, so maybe we need to actually pop this guy out, right? Because we didn't really do much here because of the retaining wall. I kind of just left it. But maybe what we need to do is we actually need to bring this kind of like a little bit of a bay, if you know what I mean. So if we go with these supports, we'll go with 2 of them, kind of like that. And then we'll come back through with stairs on them and more stairs like that. And then we'll bring in that. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then we'll go... Yeah, will this be okay? I think this will be okay. I think we can do this. Yeah, this will work just fine. Okay, I need to do a little bit of reno for that side, right? But just kind of walking around it, seeing what's flat, right? Seeing what's good and all that kind of stuff. By the way, if you can hear the squeaky toy in the background, my dogs are going crazy. My puppies. If you haven't seen them, I do recommend checking out a few pictures. They've grown quite a bit, but yeah, good little puppies. Let's see, what do I need? I need a couple of things here. So one of the things that I definitely need is some more oak trapdoors. We have the spruce supports. I think that's it. Yeah, let's finish this up. Let's give this a quick finish here right now, and then we'll call it a day. Again, I might still tweak some things, and I'll add in the lanterns later. No big deal. I got to do some foliage as well, which will help quite a bit. But basically what I'm thinking is we'll do this on either side. This will be good. Kind of like that. Or we could even do more of these supports, which are kind of cool. I like them quite a bit. And then we'll go across, and we'll just, yeah, it's fine. We'll do that. And then we'll go boom. Yeah, no, we can't do that. What if we just knock this out altogether? Right? Now I'm like remodeling the entire thing. You know, just because. Why not? So we'll go like that, and then we'll just connect this right to the top. I gotta figure out these sides a little bit better. This doesn't really look all that well. It might end up being like a full blown wall here. Expansion out. We might need to push this entire thing out with actual wall here. So yeah, kind of thinking that we do. I think that this needs to come down like this. Yep. It does. It does. Okay. So anyways, I'll keep working on this. I'll clean this up. But as you can see, it's now got so much more depth and detail. That might even be palm. We'll see. No, I kind of like it as spruce. Yeah, I like it as spruce. So anyways, we'll just come up and kind of do a little bit of this then. We'll go like so and like so to kind of cap it. And yeah, for the most part, that's not too bad. Nice little expansion, added some great little detail to this side of the house. Down over here as well, it's going to be very flat. I think that that's okay because I have other plans for this section, including walkways and probably a big tree somewhere in here. So I don't think that's as big of a deal. But we might have to revisit that down the road, you know. And same thing over here. Once we add in some foliage and the lanterns and things, I think that we're going to have a pretty nice setup. So anyways, I think that's going to do it for us today. Episode 5 in the books. I'm pretty sure we're good to go on that. And it's a pretty darn good start. I'm not going to lie. I like it. And I just got some rice. Nice. How do I plant the rice? I got to figure that one out. We also got some more sawdust, which is good. Sawdust equals paper, so I'm very happy about that. We can convert this very easily into some paper that we can go and sell, which is good. More emeralds for us. The only other thing that we need to do, and I'll probably start on it next episode, is we need to get our vegetable fields or our wheat fields, our rice fields, things like that, to populate around this and give it a little bit more life and feel and furnish on the inside. But yeah, I hope you guys like the brewery for now. And when you come back next time, hopefully it'll be just tip-top shape. Oh, that reminds me, I made all these trapdoors for a reason. Yes, I did. You know, kind of like the other building, it just adds that level of detail, right? Boom, like that, right? Boom, like that, right? And we can kind of just give it that extra little bit of detail at different spots here. So, anyways, that's it for me. Thank you all so much, and have a good one.